Rachel Stroud.
Hey,
Thanks for being here.
thanks for having me. So excited to talk all things eclipse in Marion and Southern Illinois and the cool things coming up.
It's very exciting.
So exciting. Twice in a lifetime, really.
It's not going to happen again.
Not while we're alive.
So we're taking it in and we're going to talk the eclipse, as you mentioned. But for those of you that don't know, this is Rachel Stroud, my friend. Gosh, Rachel, we've known each other for about 5 years now, I think.
I think so.
Something like that.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure and really amazing person, and also the director of communications and marketing for the city of Marion. So we are honored that you're here today, Rachel.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here and get to do this with you. And I love your new space. This is so cool. And we're so thrilled to have you downtown in Marion and doing all the cool things.
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
It's just been such a joy these past 5 years, just getting to see the town grow and meeting amazing people such as yourself and many others, and just everyone coming together and heading in the same direction, all working together to make it all happen. And this is an example of that. And
I agree. Cool things going on.
Very.
And you poured so much into your building. On my walk over here today, I was thinking about how this is not the same place that it was even like 3 years ago. Just the murals and the life that's inside the building coming out and how you're able to reach people around the world, I think is just the coolest thing.
Oh, thanks, Rachel.
Honored you're here.
It's been a joy, and it has changed. It's continued to grow and change and develop.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep going that way. We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
We're not even close.
We're getting new sidewalks now.
That's exciting.
New streets now. And
yeah.
so that's really cool. They were digging up some of the sidewalks next to my office yesterday, and the bricks that were the original pavement of the street, kind of popped out. So that was really cool to get to unearth a little history and watch it all happen from my office window.
That is so cool. And that's like one of the things I love about working downtown too is you mentioned unveiling the history, and it just has the city feel to it to me, and the neighborhood vibe that I just love.
Yeah.
And you get to pop over here, I get to pop over there, and there's a lot of businesses, and the heart of the community is on the square, I think.
I agree. And it's just continuously evolving into this beautiful cultural experience. I was talking to someone the other day who's not from here, but she was kind of describing to me what she feels like downtown is. And she was talking about it being like the arts district and what Union Street Arts is doing. And we've got the conservatory kind of on one side of you and the Civic Center on the other side, and Little Egypt Arts, and just all of these people really pouring their heart and soul and creating a space for people to create and people to connect downtown. And a lot of folks find community here that they haven't seen in a while. So that's pretty special to get a front row seat to and watch it all happen.
It's just so fun.
It is really fun.
And we're not done, like I said. And more partnerships, more adventures, more fun to be had.
More historical unveilings.
Absolutely.
Unearthings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the new construction. How many renovations have happened? How
goodness,
many
I don't
new,
know.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, so much money, time, blood, sweat, and tears have been put into this downtown. It's revival.
It is revival. I've said this for a long time, and the first big project we really ever worked on was kind of this hometown takeover. We submitted our city to be a part of this, which was kind of cool. We didn't get it, but we both learned, I think, a lot in that process. And I said this while we were working on this, and I feel this way even more so today. But that scene in Beauty and the Beast when all the inanimate objects are starting to come back to life, and the wardrobe is starting to change back into a human. I feel like that's what our downtown is right now, is these things that haven't had life breathed into their dusty bones in years and years and years are starting to find purpose again, starting to find reason again, and people are starting to come inside and be welcomed and create memories and life again. So that's kind of cool just to be a part of this awakening and all the old buildings that
it's amazing. And
people have had the passion to save. Yeah.
It's amazing. And you got to give a big shout out to Mike Absher, the mayor here, because it was in his vision 2020 that really set out the stage of what this revitalization could be and could look like.
Yeah.
And I remember when that came out, I was like, this is great. This is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
And from the murals, as you mentioned, I remember when we did the hometown takeover video, I learned so much. You're absolutely right.
So much.
We got to talk to so many people about why they think Marion could use a hometown takeover renovation. If you're not familiar with the show, this couple comes in and chooses a town to make over and renovate in a historic area. And we were going for it, and we wanted to win.
We were gunning for it, Luke.
We were. It was so fun.
It was so fun.
Late nights.
But a lot, like through that though, I think it sparked a lot of conversation and inspired a lot of people to find some passion and some hope in something that seemed kind of hopeless and pointless. And it sparked a lot of really good conversations and relationships and friendships, and it served a bigger purpose, I think, than winning the makeover.
We might not have won the contest, but we won in a lot of other ways. Because look at where the downtown is now. And even in that video that we submitted, it had mentioned the murals, but there were 0 murals at that time.
No murals.
And I remember Sean Vincelet, shout out to Sean, had rendered a few, and we put them in the video to see just like what could be. And now you look around, there's 20 plus in the downtown, and
we're a mural district now.
Yeah.
What? How cool.
So it's just a joy. And
it is.
Gosh, that was 2020. 2019,
that was
2020.
January of 2020.
It was January. Oh, that's right.
Because it was real cold while we were out filming some of this.
Yeah. So much fun. And
so fun.
Wow. Look how far we've come.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of development.
A
lot of change. Things have for the positive.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep going. New City Hall.
And a building. I love our City Hall building. I think it has a really cool history and story behind it. This was one of the first banks in the city. At one point in time, this was one of the most secure banks in the state. Our main vault, you walk in the front doors and you can still see the big door, was brought in on train a few blocks north of City Hall, wheeled up here, horse and buggy, and kind of like plopped into place. And at some point in the bank's history got drywalled over, and they refound it during renovations for City Hall. So that's kind of cool. I think that's really special and really neat. The marble floors in our City Hall are original to the 1930s.
Wow.
Whenever the bank was originally built. So that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. There's so much good has happened in that bank and served the city so well. And it's great that it gets to serve the city so well in a whole different way now for hopefully another 100+ years. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the opening, I remember the opening was awesome to see how many people came out and just was so excited about the work that the city is doing. So thank you to you and the entire team and the entire employees for the city of Marion, because you guys do a great job. We're incredibly blessed and lucky that you guys are advocating for us.
We have an awesome team who genuinely loves the city and genuinely loves the citizens and our residents and the people who come to visit and just want to see, like, they're not building this just to enjoy for right now. They're building this that our kids will be able to enjoy this generations down the road and be able to find place and purpose and work and growth. And our city's tagline is live, work, grow, play. And so we're really working hard to embody all 4 of those kind of points, if you will, and make them work together and be sustainable and built, like, something to be built upon as the years come and go.
Yeah. No, I think it's an amazing foundation that was before, and sometimes foundation also needs some shoring up. And I think it's been incredible. And you guys have set the standard of what city government should be doing, and look at the new businesses that it has been attracted. And it's just incredible. So congratulations, and keep up the work. We're so appreciative, and I know I'm very, very happy to be here in the city of Marion.
Well, we're happy to have you, Luke. I'll be sure to pass the message along when I get back to City Hall.
Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome.
So let's dive a little into the eclipse.
Yes.
Because it's a big event.
Huge.
That's coming here to Marion.
Astronomical levels.
Literally.
I hope people are ready for all the cosmic puns because I've been staring at this for weeks and they're just really flowing.
It's going to be out of this world.
Keep it rolling, Luke. That was a good one.
I want to thank you, Rachel, first of all, because with our shirts that you help promote.
They're so cool.
I want to say thank you because there's a lot of different events that we're going to cover when it comes to the eclipse. What to do, what to see, where to go. If you're looking for a place to stay, there may be some options we'll get into that are still available, but they're limited.
Yes.
And also just some tips, what people can expect, just some general info about what the solar eclipse is going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a little look back to 2017.
Yes.
Which was our first one.
Isn't that something? We have two
Totality.
In a span of 7 years.
Yeah. I don't understand cosmic science, but I think it's really cool. Thrilled to be a part of it. And kind of cool that we get to kind of have like the first test run, and we were in Totality for a little under 2 minutes, and this one's going to be about double that. So that'll be kind of cool to to know what we're doing and what we're getting into a little bit. And
because you don't know what to expect if you've never seen one of these. Like the first time, for example, I was at my aunt's house. You know, I was getting my camera ready to get the picture, but I didn't know. So now I've got another chance, and other people too, if you didn't really know or you didn't get out as much as you would have liked. Yeah. This is a whole other chance, and you better do it because there won't be another one in our lifetime.
No, this is it.
And so there's no shortage of things to do, see, and just enjoy in regards to the lead up to this eclipse, and also just where you're going to be to enjoy it that day, whether you're at home, any of these other events. So can we just talk a little bit about some of the events in Marion in regards to the eclipse?
I would love to. So let's start with the lead up to the actual eclipse. Our Carnegie Library is awesome and provides all kinds of programming all year round through all the years, not just eclipse years, but of programming for all ages, educational, community building, just for funsies.
Such a great library and programs that are offered there. It's incredible. I hadn't been in years, but I was able to go more recently. Well, I actually did a little presentation on some podcasting and then some murals.
Cool.
So I've gotten more involved with the library, but man, I was so impressed with some of the programming, the equipment, the spaces that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, it is amazing.
They do a lot of great things at that library and work very hard to connect a lot of people. Like, just for instance, they have playroom play dates twice a week. What a great opportunity for young families that may or may not be from here to meet some other families of similar ages and hopefully make some new friends. The teen age level does this thing called P&G Saturdays, and March is the month of automotive things. So they've partnered up with Hales and are teaching event goers basics like oil changes, windshield wiper changes, how to change the light in your headlights, just all of these skills that are super important to have that I didn't really learn. I think I could YouTube it, but what an awesome opportunity to get to do it hands-on. And they do all kinds of technology things. Like, you were obviously there for a bulk of that. And they do great book clubs for adults, crafts, you name it. They've got a really neat, because we're both kind of history geeks, they have a really great Southern Illinois historic collection room of archives and pictures and books and things like that. So
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Marion Carnegie Library, and also real shout out to Andrew Carnegie himself, who has a great quote. That's, he was a man that amassed major wealth and was major impactful and influential, and he always said that where he got to the point in his life, you could learn it in the library.
Yeah.
Everything to get to the point where he was this great success and able to impact so many lives, even still to this day. What amazing legacy.
Yeah.
You can learn at the library.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. And our library is just one of the many places in the country to go and learn those things.
Yeah.
It's right in our backyard. They've got an awesome facility. their anniversary was actually at the beginning of this past month.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Go back and read up on that on the City of Marion Facebook page if you'd like. And
Nice. Very cool.
yeah.
And so let's talk about what this Astro road trip coming to Marion Carnegie Library is all about.
So the Adler Museum from Chicago, it's a public museum, is making their way on down south and hosting a little presentation and going to give a talk and host a Q&A. They are going to kind of talk about how eclipses work, how to properly view it, and rumor on Facebook is that they have an Adler's lunar meteorite. Dun, dun, dun. So that'll be kind of cool.
Wow.
To get to show off and see, and a cool opportunity for some kids to learn a little bit about what's going to happen and what's going to go on so that they'll really be able to enjoy it the day of. And this is going to be on April the 2nd at 5 and 6 p.m.
So it's coming up. And what an amazing opportunity for, like you mentioned, the kids to get involved and learn about this phenomena, because it is kind of complicated and it is,
it's very confusing. You don't see the moon and the sun out at the same time.
No, you don't.
That just doesn't click and make sense.
Right.
I think it had to be explained. Like, I needed almost a model. It's like, are you sure that this is for real? Back in 2017.
I need to see the graphics.
A visual person, can you please physically demonstrate this for me? But this will be a cool opportunity for them to learn. And I'm sure mom and dad or grandparents will learn a thing or two too. And it's after work and after school. So the whole family.
How cool is it they're coming down from all the way from Chicago to present this, because this is the place to be for the eclipse.
It really is.
It really is. So how cool.
I think that's really neat.
Awesome. April 2nd. 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
At the Marion.
You get 2 viewing opportunities.
That's great. And you might get to see a lunar meteorite.
There it is.
So, and when do you get a chance to actually look at that? I mean, seriously.
I've never seen one.
Right? I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there. And
better yet, it's free.
Bada boom!
Bada boom!
Excellent.
Yep.
So amazing right there. So thank you, Marion Carnegie Library, for hosting this. This is really cool. So what else? What is the next event?
Well, for visitors who are coming into town, may or may not be staying a couple of days, or of course locals, we have a group that meets out at our pavilion, which is just a giant event space, very multi-purpose space called the Roller Gremlins. And they are hosting what they're calling a roller eclipse.
Ooh. Okay. I like the play on words.
I did too. I thought it was really creative. People are having a lot of fun with this, and I'm here for it.
I love to see that.
Me too. And they're doing a roller eclipse on April the 6th out at the pavilion against the Como roller team. It's a derby followed by scrimmage. I don't know enough about the sport to be able to differentiate for you between the two, but it should be kind of fun, a different event. I've heard that they're an absolute blast. I think I'm going to go to this because I've not gotten to go to one yet.
It sounds like fun. And if you're on that side of town near the pavilion, if you're in Thrillville, if you're going to some of the new restaurants, this is right in that area, right?
Yes. Yep.
So pop on over.
Admission is $10 at the door. Kids 12 and under get in for free. It's a cool, totally different sporting experience. I've heard that these are just so much fun to both participate in and view. Another neat event going on.
I love to see how, like you mentioned, people are just getting creative with their own events. Like, this is a great example. I love this graphic. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is really funny.
It's kind of like, it kind of jumps out. It kind of looks like a little scary.
But you notice it and you look twice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, what is that? Right?
Should I be involved in this? I got to check it out. Yeah.
So awesome. Another great event for anybody to go.
Especially if you've got friends and family that are in town and you might be looking for something to go do of an evening. This would be a really cool thing to get to go and do that's a little bit different and still on brand for the natural phenomenon that'll be happening in a day or two.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty good one.
All right. Let's keep it moving. What do we have next?
On my list,
Yes.
I have the Crab Orchard National Wildlife Refuge next.
Okay.
So this refuge, while Luke's pulling this up, is kind of just outside of Marion city limits. This started as a pecan farm.
Really?
Yes. This fella who lived in Marion, his name was Professor Porter, was really into nuts and growing nuts and experimenting with nut growth.
Huh.
He gave this big presentation, bought 40 acres, kind of on the corner of what is now we know as Old Route 13 and 148, and opened up a nut farm. People used to go out there for picnics. This is kind of like the social hotspot.
Okay.
And
I like that.
I do too. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then during World War II, we know that land was bought and turned into an ordnance plant, which was obviously very important defensively for the war efforts. So much ammunition came out of there. It really played a huge role in the U.S.'s play in that conflict. And bunkers are out there, which I think are super cool. Back
cool.
during kind of the era between World War II and the Cold War, enough supplies were put out in this bunker region. The bunkers are what were built to store ammunition in before these things got shipped out. They're kind of these large domes with these very thick steel doors on them that are kind of very secure and, safe and meant to be camouflaged well on farmland. To put the ammunition in, then they kind of got turned into storage, and there was enough supplies out there for the city of Marion, which was 13,000 in total residents at that point in time, to live for 3 months. Field hospital,
Wow.
food, provisions, anything, sanitary kits, all this stuff that we would need to survive should something happen. So that's kind of cool. Those have since got emptied out. They have been rented to various organizations and things for storage and all of that kind of stuff. And typically off limits, this area at the corner of 13 and 148 is what they call Area 6. Typically closed to the public. We're not allowed in. However, now that some of them are empty, drum roll please, da-da-da-da-da-da, they are being opened for the eclipse.
Okay. Wow.
I'm going to have some park rangers out there explaining what the bunkers were, obviously a little bit better and more thoroughly in military terms than I just gave you the explanation of. Give you a very 50,000-foot overview of the timeline.
Sure.
But that'll be really, really cool to get to go out there and get to see in them. And I heard that they're going to have bring in some artifacts that were in there. Obviously, I'm assuming it'll be things that kids can probably hold. I don't know that for sure, but that'll be really cool to get to go out there and see that kind of stuff. And
wow, what an amazing history, first of all, at a crab orchard. And I didn't know it started as a pecan farm and had branched on, and what a significant role it played in our nation's history.
Yeah, huge. Shout out to Sean Vincelet, his Marion Landmark series. He did a video on the nuts and all that kind of stuff. So that's worth a go back view to go see that. And today this is one of the, I think he said top 5 or top 8 busiest national wildlife refuges in the U.S.
Wow.
And the only one in that list that is not on a coast.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Now that is big.
It's huge.
Because, I mean, the coast, that's where most of the population is, right?
Yeah.
Here we are in the very middle, and boom, number 1.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Crack top 10, yeah. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
I had no idea either until I went out to the refuge, which I don't know if you've been out there. That visitor center is absolutely stunning.
It's new.
It's new.
Yes, the new visitor center.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
amazing.
It's amazing. They've got all kinds of great literature and explanation about what you can see in the refuge and different advice on places to go and hike and whatever you want to do. And I think it's a beautiful place to go hike and walk around. They do open up the refuge. I think it's twice a year for a self-driven tour. This is kind of spearheaded by their fundraising arm. So that's kind of sweet. I don't know if you've gone out there to do that. My sister and I love that, to get back there and see the Civil War. They've got a graveyard site.
Wow.
Which is super cool to go see the tombstones from way back when. I'm getting way off topic, but
I love that.
The visitor center is really cool. And they've got a huge conference room to host meetings. Folks can rent that out for trainings or whatever. And they've got a really cool back porch area that just is screaming, have a barbecue and hang out with your friends. And
Love that vibe.
Yeah.
And what a just beautiful nature too. I mean, the lake.
Stunning.
The woods.
Beautiful.
If you're, I mean, it's really kind of some of the best that this area has to offer is right there. And what an amazing place to see the eclipse. In the middle of nature. Maybe you're hiking. Maybe you're fishing. Maybe you're on a boat.
Maybe you've gotten to do all of those things all in one day.
That's a good day.
It's a really good day. Yeah.
So any advice for people that might be wanting to go to Crab Orchard for the eclipse? Any tips?
One is free.
Boom.
So you don't have to pay to get in
Love
for the
that.
day. I love that too. The Area 6 area does close at 4. So if you want to go, I would suggest going a little earlier in the day. You can bring your dog to this event.
Oh, cool.
Must be on a leash, but you can bring your dog. And they do have some T-shirts for sale as Luke has pulled up there. So it's kind of sweet, kind of special.
Yeah.
The refuge is completely sold out of their camping spots. Last time they saw visitors from 14 different countries.
What?
Yeah.
For the eclipse?
For the eclipse.
Oh my gosh.
So they're expecting the same turnout.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 14 different countries, but a similar population to come out.
Well, I know of at least one that will be in the area from Sweden.
Yay! Good.
So count that on the list.
Sweden's represented.
Exactly.
That would be really cool. And they are doing food trucks, and I'm sure they'll have some like other interactive interpretation kind of stuff out there. So it'll be a fun day.
Absolutely.
And they are encouraging people to not just pull over to the side of the road to view the eclipse, but to find some place safe to park that's not going to get you into trouble with traffic or whatever, leaving or disrupting the habitat of the animals and the nature that they're there to protect and serve.
That's a good thing to mention.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to, oh, it's happening. Pull over.
Yeah.
Get ready. Get in your spot. This isn't something you want to fly on the seam of your pants with.
This isn't a surprise.
This is not. There's a lead up. There's a build up. So get to your spot.
We're being prepared, not scared.
Amen.
Yes. That's just the lesson learned from 2017.
I love that. Prepared, not scared.
Prepared, not scared.
Very good. So Crab Orchard, great
Crab
place,
Orchard,
great option. Nature lovers, that's the spot.
Okay.
History buffs. I mean, talk about a combo.
Best of both worlds.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And just a jaunt outside of the city of Marion. 5 minutes.
How often do you get to explore something like this in your own backyard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very often, so it's special.
It is really special. Yeah.
Very cool.
This one will be fun.
Okay.
All right. Up next, let's do the VA next, Luke.
Okay.
So we have a VA medical center in the city of Marion. Our VA medical center services almost 44,000 veterans.
What?
And we employ 1,600-ish people that keep this place and their facilities up and running.
Wow.
People come. I wrote these stats down because I thought that they were crazy. I'm not good enough to have these memorized. According to the website, they service 27 counties in Illinois, 8 in Indiana, and 17 in Kentucky.
Wow. So it's really throughout not just Southern Illinois, but the entire, sounds like, tri-state area that it's serving.
And I'm sure veterans come from outside of those counties as well to get services. So our VA really is kind of an epicenter. They've got a lot of cool things. They got a really great walking trail around their campus. It's paved, that is open to the public. You don't have to be a veteran or a military family member to enjoy that. Get out and enjoy a little nature around the year. That's a safe area to walk and get to explore. But for the eclipse, they are doing what they're calling an eclipse enrollment resource fair. But the VA is so great at bringing veterans together and providing a space for community and connection, and their caregivers as well. They're very aware that it's not just the veteran that sometimes needs that community. It's the people providing them care and some, we all need connection, and this is just a great place to get that. So they are doing a resource fair. This is open to I'm sure anybody who wants to go, I've heard that they're having moon pies.
Oh, okay.
So if that doesn't get you out,
That sounds tasty.
I don't know what does, but they'll be out there from 11 until 2, and the eclipse starts at 1:59, which I'm sure Luke will hit on that in a little bit, but that'll be a cool event. They're doing it in front of their historic flagpole. RVA was built in 1942.
Okay.
So this has been serving veterans for a very long time and just keeps expanding. They just broke ground on a new 22,000 square foot facility.
What?
Yep, on campus.
Expansion,
bringing primary care and female veterans is their quickest growing demographic. So this will have a women's health facility inside of it too. So it'll be another great resource for veterans right here in Marion.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so great. So
too.
right on, right here in Marion.
Right off 57, right on Old 13.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Stop by and say hi.
This is the eclipse, folks. Come on.
Eclipse.
Here we go.
Make plans to go do something.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Awesome. So any veterans, get involved.
Get involved.
This is a great event.
Yeah.
Marion, VA.
Marion, VA. Go meet some fellow service members.
Yeah.
Enjoy the day. Yeah.
You mentioned community. We all need it.
We do need it.
Exactly.
Probably more so than we realize. And
Yes. Shared experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And a lot of folks are providing some really cool opportunities to have this shared twice in a lifetime experience together, and nothing bonds you like a cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I agree. All right. Let's move on to one of the punniest names now, shall we, Luke?
Okay, let's do it.
Total eclipse at the park, my friends. This is out at Marion Stadium. The Thrillville Thrillbillies. Shout out in conjunction with 4-H.
Okay.
Are hosting Total Eclipse of the Park. The $10 ticket gets you in the gate, get you some free glasses. As you can see, Ryder the Bunny has on a pretty sweet pair there.
It's an important aspect, which we'll talk about later.
Safety first, my friends. But there's going to be games and just a lot of fun on the field with Ralph Santana, who's the coach, and Ryder the Bunny. 4-H will be up on the concourse doing some educational games and activities for the kiddos. A beautiful unobstructed view of the eclipse from the stadium.
Yeah.
So that'll be really fun.
That's awesome. And you got to give a big shout out to the Thrillbillies, to Oasis, to the guys at Black Diamond.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about movers and shakers and,
yeah.
you know, market makers and just, wow, inspiring and just incredible what they're doing. Incredible.
Yeah. The willingness to invest in our present, but more importantly, our future, and the belief that it's, you know, you build it and they'll come is absolutely incredible and inspiring. And you're just like, how can I get on board with this? Like, what does my role need to be in this? And they're an awesome group of people and individuals. And I'm excited that they're hosting a fun day of eclipsing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And their games are a ton of fun. I don't know if you went out at all last summer to any baseball, but it's a fun night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of fun in the ballpark.
So much fun.
Yeah.
To get to sit out and enjoy a game.
And what a beautiful stadium it is.
It's stunning.
I mean, really. It's the nicest ballpark in the area.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I would agree with you completely. And I mean, we host teams from around the country and around the world, and this is where they want to come and play.
Because the facilities are so amazing. Yeah. And I'm sure you've heard that.
Time and time again. But I mean, we host, you know, the Colt World Series, which is I'm heavily involved in, but we have kids from Japan, Germany, Mexico, different European countries, whoever plays through that zone. But just time and time again, just their eyes get huge whenever they walk through that front gate, and they are so excited and giddy to get their cleats on and get down to the turf and get to play catch and hit and run. And it's kind of like Christmas morning.
I'd say even better almost.
I think so too.
Yeah, you know, it's like that feeling in that stadium, it's like wide open, and it's like, oh my gosh.
You just see all your dreams and your hopes just right in front of you. Yeah. I don't even play ball, and I feel that every time I walk in the gates.
Yeah. It's so cool. And there's a lot more plans in the future as well.
Yep. I mean, they got some cool concerts coming this summer, which will be great, in addition to baseball. So a lot of cool things to look forward to out at the stadium.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
including this with Ryder.
Total eclipse of the park, folks. We got Ryder. We're going to have Ralph Santana. Just 4-H.
4-H.
So cool.
Very cool.
Informative. Fun.
Yeah.
Love that.
We like the best of both worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do it.
I agree. And I think that they're doing concessions. I bet you can get like a soft pretzel or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
I am a sucker for concession stand food, so.
Yeah. I love them. Eat pretzels, nachos, popcorn.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's all good.
Be a good day. And they've got some cool t-shirts too for sale.
Nice.
For their event.
Very cool. Very cool, folks. So this is another great option if you're in town. Say you're at work, but hey, you get off for the eclipse and you're working in Marion.
Yep.
Head over to the park, and you
say hey.
Pop in for the eclipse, and then if you have to go back to work, go back.
Yep.
But it's an option for those that work in. There's a lot of people that work in Marion that don't necessarily live here either.
Yeah.
So I mean, Marion Stadium, enjoying the fun.
And a lot of kids have off. I think all of Unit 2 has
Oh,
off
good.
that day.
That's
I'm
good.
sure several of our other
Yeah.
local school districts have also decided
That's
to take
smart.
school off that day.
That's good.
So that'll be a good option to do with some kids. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Super good.
Space to run and play and make some memories. Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree.
Love that.
You want to switch gears and talk about the other side of that generation
Yeah.
at Club 60
Yes.
for the eclipse.
Absolutely.
So we also have a pop-in senior citizen center in Marion called Club 60, as you can tell there by that logo.
Very cool.
They
Like
have
that.
a lot of neat things that come out of there. They host a lot of socials. They do a big dance at Valentine's Day, and I think are hoping to do more throughout the year. And of course, seniors can go for lunch every day during the week for $4. They do request reservations online, but it's an awesome resource available, and they are so good about connecting with different needs, whether that be helping folks find attorneys or helping with medical resources or whatever. And then they do a lot of crafts and have a lot of people come in and give presentations on different topics. And I love getting to go down there. I think it's so much fun. They host big pancakes and pajamas for Christmas. So they do a lot of things out of there, but they're also hosting an eclipse party out in the parking lot.
Oh, cool.
They'll have some food. They'll have some tunes. I'm sure that they'll have some eclipse-themed snacks.
That's fun.
It'll be so much fun. Down at Club 60 on Main Street.
My mom, when she was working at SIU Legal Clinic, she would often go to senior citizen centers around the region, and she has so many fun stories about meeting people there and just like people hanging out. And so and I know that the Club 60, that kind of has like a cool feeling to the name, right?
Yeah, this is not your boring senior citizens center. They do really fun, really innovative things. Our director, Jill, is absolutely amazing. One, she loves the people she serves, which is first and foremost the biggest part of that. But she does such a good job of providing a variety of programs and activities and getting into the things that they're into and providing a space for them to come together and make friends and get the help that they need, especially if they don't have family living around. And she's awesome. Club 60 is awesome. They got a good staff. And yeah, I'm happy your mom got to experience a bit of the joy. But they do pool tournaments.
Yeah.
They got a whole big pool room with tables, and I know you're into the pool game now, so you may have to go down and challenge them to a game at some point, Luke.
I know they might take all my marbles though.
Union Street Arts versus
That's a fun idea. A little fundraiser, huh? Okay. I like
Think about
that.
it.
I
Store
like
that away
that.
for future use.
I like that. That's good. So there's really something for everyone to do and enjoy during the eclipse, whether it's kids at the stadium, history buffs, nature lovers, senior citizens. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely something for everybody. And
all ages.
All ages. And leading up to the eclipse with like the stuff at the library, even if you don't get off eclipse day, you can still participate in eclipse activities.
I love that.
Me too. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have any more? I think there's one more. The live stream?
Oh, the live stream.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
tell us about this.
If you can't be here to see the eclipse in real life, our friends over at Swinford Media are going to be live streaming the event from Bald Knob Cross.
Very
over
cool.
in Alto Pass, right?
Iconic view in the region.
View.
Any visitors would... Such a beautiful landscape with the cross, as you can see in this picture, on top of a hillside. It's one of the tallest hillsides around, I think.
I think so, too.
And just a beautiful, they do music, they host Easter Sunday service, concerts, and now...
an eclipse viewing party.
Love that.
I do, too. What a beautiful place to get to go and see it happen at.
Talk about the beauty and... the Bald Knob Cross. And then, shout out to Swinford Media Group for live streaming, because that's so cool. Some people might, like you mentioned, not be able to get off work, might be in the office, but still want to take part and feel like they are a part of what's happening around them. And live streaming viewing, that can do that.
They're making it possible.
So it's a great service that they're providing there.
So too. Or people, too, who might have family here getting to experience it in real life and they're not able to join them. They can still have this shared experience from around the country, across the world.
Yeah. So tune in.
I think that they're starting at 12:45 on April 8th, which is Eclipse Day.
Awesome.
Yes. And you can find them on WFCN News, Marion Star, Heron Independent, and Carterville Courier, all on Facebook.
Love that. Awesome.
So many cool things.
Things to do virtually as well.
Just add to the list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think so, too.
I think that's all the places we had mentioned. Okay.
Good job.
Awesome. So I do want to mention some of the economic impact that the eclipse might have on our town. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I would love to. Our hotel rooms, for the most part, are booked up, which is great. All in the city of Marion. We do have a few camping spots still available out at the Williamson County Fairgrounds. I think that they have camper parking and tent camping as well. So that could be two cool experiences to get to have. A lot of our VRBOs are also booked up. So if anybody is still wanting to come, I would suggest hopping on that nice and like right now and trying to find a spot to stay. As the city goes, though, obviously we know if people are staying here, they're going to need to eat here and they're going to need to fill up here. So those two things never hurt to have happening in our city. We know that they're also going to get out and shop while they're here. People love a little something to take home from where they've been, something to remember their trip by. I know a lot of folks downtown are offering special eclipse themed merchandise or food, whatever their business might be. You're offering these beautiful t-shirts. Wit and Wisdom has some merchandise available as well. So get out and shop around. That's cool.
Yeah.
Take home something from Southern Illinois, where you saw the eclipse from. Get to go home and tell your friends about it. That'll be a big impact on the city for a couple of days. Most of these hotel rooms have been booked up they opened up about a year ago now. So I think it's safe to say that a good bulk of them have been saved for that long.
Yeah.
A couple lessons we learned back from 2017 is to kind of be ready for these visitors as they are coming into town. We're really trying to encourage employers and employees to be able to be good hosts to our friends who might be coming to the city for the first time and be able to give them good recommendations on favorite restaurants, other things to do in Southern Illinois while they're here visiting us for the eclipse, whether that's, going down to Fern Cliff or Giant City and going hiking, or if you want to go to see a movie, where the nearest theaters, to go see a show. Hermits I keep getting tongue-tied every time I say that, is going to be at the Civic Center the night of the eclipse.
Oh,
So there are
cool.
kind of things to do throughout the day to be able to be good hosts and help people find parking, or be able to be like, oh, this is how you get back to the interstate from here. Just put on your visitor's glasses and think about the things that you appreciate or you've thought to yourself while you've been out visiting. I really wish that this city or this person or this place would have done this one thing, and trying to be good about being that thing that you needed while you were out in a new place exploring.
Yeah, I think that's amazing to hear that the hotels have been booked up, and that people are going to be coming from outside of this area to come here. And what a blessing for us that people are doing that and spending their money here.
Yes.
And an influx of capital, cash into our economy is amazing. So that's
Always great.
incredible.
Yes.
And then I'm glad you mentioned that being an advocate, being an ambassador for our city, if you will, as a business owner, an employee, a resident, we want to show these people that we have good things to offer. And, we want to encourage positivity and recurring business. If they can come back and then tell their friends they had a great time, they're more likely to come back.
Yeah.
So just be kind and be encouraging to the visitors. Don't get too annoyed if there's traffic or, somebody doesn't know which way the road turns or something. Just have patience, I think, with these people and be an ambassador for our region.
Definitely. And plan your day accordingly too, right? We know that we're going to have an influx of visitors. We know that people are going to be staying here, but we know even more will be driving in the day of that live close enough. So plan accordingly, whether that looks like needing to take a little extra time to get to work, or, you're going to need some extra time getting home from work, or maybe you're going to need to park somewhere different once you get to work. If you work at some place that's going to be hosting visitors, but just be ready for change up in your day-to-day routine for a day or two.
Yeah. It's not going to happen again in our lifetime. So preparation is key. I think you're absolutely right. Just take a little more time and consideration whenever you're out and about that day surrounding the eclipse, because there will be a lot of cars. There was a lot of cars last time, I remember.
Yeah.
Definitely. People coming in just for the day, literally coming and then leaving that same day too. I know the hotels are full, and I know there's still a few camp spots available at the Marion Fairgrounds. So if you're looking for last minute, that could be a great option.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will actually leave too.
Yeah.
So hopefully they fill up. And if you see them, guys, just literally try to make us look good. Don't make us look bad.
Say hi, be friendly, welcoming, warm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's well
Be
said.
prepared, not scared during the eclipse. Don't be afraid to get out. Enjoy some of these cool events that we've talked about. Friends and family, take them out and about, show them some things that are in Southern Illinois. Restaurants will be open and are excited to have guests and want people to come and enjoy this special event together.
It's going to be really special. So get your friends, your family, whomever, coworkers, anybody.
Your dog.
Your dog, definitely important person. Very important.
Very important.
And the dog might need sunglasses too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a joke. I'm only joking.
Stick a visor maybe on your dog.
But
But I'm happy you mentioned glasses.
there are some tips for viewing.
Yes.
As I mentioned, the glasses. You will need
Question though, Luke. When do you not want to wear your glasses?
during totality. You can
Yes.
take them off. But we talked about this before. Don't wear your glasses while driving your car. Now you think, Rachel, that wouldn't need to be said, but apparently
Apparently it's been a problem.
oh boy, that's scary.
So just maybe stick with your sunglasses
Yes.
during non-eclipse moments.
Yes.
I would personally suggest probably trying to stay off the road during the eclipse part.
Yeah.
Just for your safety and everyone
That's
else's
smart.
safety. And if EMA needs to get through to get to an emergency too, just trying to keep roadways nice and clear. But if you want to look at the eclipse, pull over to a designated parking area And then put on your eclipse glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the lead up. So you can see this the eclipse as it comes, but when it's totality, you can take them off.
Yep.
But be sure to put them back on as soon as that totality is done.
Yes.
Which totality begins at 1:59.
1:59.
Okay. And then it lasts, I believe, around 4 minutes.
Yep. 2:03 is whenever you will need to put your glasses back on.
2:03. So it might be good to have a timer. Or you're going to need to keep an eye on the time because you don't want to cause damage to your eyes if you are looking up. So you have a short window where you can really enjoy this before you need to put the glasses back on if you're going to look up at the sun.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're not looking up, you won't need the glasses.
No. But if you still need glasses, Luke.
Yes.
Let's talk about some places you can get some glasses.
Where can we get glasses?
Marion Chamber has some glasses. Banterra Banks are selling glasses for $2 a pair, and the proceeds raised from those glasses will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation and another organization that, provides some great opportunities for some chronically ill kiddos.
Oh, that's awesome.
So those are some cool places. I've seen some other banks. I think Farmers and Allegiance both have, and Southern Trust also have glasses for sale or to give away. I know Southern Trust is encouraging people to bring in actual glasses to go back to the Lions Club.
Okay,
to provide for people who need them to see during non-eclipse time.
Yeah, I love that.
I do too. I think that's a really neat exchange. Yeah.
Glasses for glasses.
Glasses for glasses.
That's clever.
You go Southern Trust.
I like that.
I think that's really cool. And I know some other retailers like Walmart and Walgreens, I think, had glasses for sale as well.
But if you can support some of these local organizations, I would definitely do that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we've got a few pairs at City Hall that we've not put them out yet, but we'll have a few available.
Good.
Not a ton, but.
Love that.
Yeah.
And
just be safe, people.
A little memento, too.
A little memento.
Little souvenir to keep on.
It's a souvenir.
Yeah, to remember things by.
Yep. I put a pair on yesterday, and they're very difficult seeing. It was just like being in a blackout mask or something. I couldn't see the office lights or I was standing like inside and close enough that I thought my eyes would be burning, but nope.
So definitely
you really can't drive in those.
Do not drive. Do not drive with those on.
That's what we've learned from this whole experience.
Yeah. There's one thing you take away.
Yep. And watch for road signs, and all of our law enforcement will be out trying to direct traffic and keep roadways moving. Just plan for extra travel time and pay attention to the game plan that's in place.
Yeah. Safety is really important, and just be mindful, especially on those roads, because the traffic and everything. So just mind that and just be patient, folks.
Yep.
It's all you're gonna get home. You're gonna get to your destination.
Oh, I'll be good. Get you a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good road trip snack.
A little prepare there.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. Maybe a moon pie.
Stop by the VA.
Yep. Get a cosmic brownie from Kroger or something.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah, I know. We'll throw back.
Get a cup of coffee, go get some food. Hey, there's a lot of opportunity
you
for
could turn on a good podcast in the car.
Oh, yes.
While you're traveling.
I love that. Nice little podcast plug. Always, in the car is a great time to listen to podcasts.
I agree.
Especially on a long road trip if you're stuck in traffic.
Yep.
It's kind of ideal.
Take some friends along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely.
Learn a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Love that. Let's look ahead, Rachel, because we've covered a lot today.
Yeah.
But the anticipation, the excitement is building.
It is.
And, are there any other final thoughts or messages that you have for people that might be listening?
Residents, local people, again, be prepared, not scared. That's one lesson we learned from 2017. Get out and enjoy some of these events that have been planned. I know a lot of folks have family coming in. Don't be afraid to go and do things with them while they're here visiting. Lots of great places to watch the eclipse and learn a thing or two. Even our friends down the road at Carbondale have some big things planned. So get out and enjoy the day. And if you don't get off Eclipse Day, there are great eclipse events to do before the eclipse. So this is a twice-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and this isn't going to happen again while we're alive. So I just trying to encourage people to make the most of it and make those memories and have those experiences and learn a thing or two along the way and take advantage of some of these great programs that are offered and are being brought right here to our back door.
I love that. That's really well said, and a really great recap of the highlights of what we've talked about today. Yeah. And I just want to thank you, Rachel, for coming today.
Thank
Rachel
you.
Stroud, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a joy.
It's always a pleasure.
You know, I think, is this the first time we've been on camera together?
Yeah.
Now that I'm shocked by that.
I am too.
But hey, you know what? Here we are.
It's usually usually Luke's holding it. Luke did all my camera training whenever I first started all of this.
Usually I'm behind the camera and Rachel's in front, but today we're both on.
Yay.
It's exciting. So thank you for doing this.
It's been a fun milestone.
I'd love to have you back on.
Yeah, I'd love to come
to
back.
talk more about some upcoming exciting things, because there's no shortage of exciting things happening within the city of Marion.
But definitely, whether that's revitalization and historical things or events.
Gosh, that's the whole podcast, the history podcast.
So maybe we should do a recap of Hometown Takeover sometime.
We totally should. Deep dive.
Yeah. Into
That's
all
a
the
great
things
idea.
we learned.
Oh, yeah. Stories that were told, too. Talk about the history.
Yeah. And so much didn't make that final cut.
Right. Oh, yeah. There was a lot.
Yeah.
So that'd be great. Love to have you on.
Maybe we should do that. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So I might have to make this a recurring thing, and Cult World Series, summer, Christmas, on and on. There's no shortage of fun.
All the things.
We're going to go.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yes. Well, thank you, Luke. I hope you enjoyed the eclipse.
Thank you.
Wherever you're going to watch from. And
yes.
enjoy time
I'll
with
be in
friends
the
and family.
same place with friends and family at my aunt's house, and got family coming in, and yeah, I hope you do too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You might see me out at some of these events.
Ooh.
I'm going to try to get out and experience a little bit of a lot of the things we talked about today. So
Absolutely. So am I, because they won't be happening again. So now's the time.
now,
Seize the day.
strike while the iron's hot.
Exactly. Love that.
Fire's hot?
It is. Yeah. The iron's hot.
Iron's hot. Okay. There it is.
There you go. We got it. We got there.
We got there.
Awesome. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
Rachel Stroud, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke, for having me.
And we'll see you next time. Is there before we go, anything people want to get in touch, contact, Facebook, website, anything like that?
Give us a follow on socials, City of Marion, Illinois. Fun fact, there's like 40 cities in the U.S. named Marion.
Wow.
We can do a deep dive on
That
this
is a fun fact.
at another day. But throw that Illinois in there and you'll be sure to find us.
Nice. City of Marion, Illinois. Keep up the good work, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Luke.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Okay.
And we're out.
Yay.
Good job, team.
Thanks, Rachel.
Oh, thanks for having me.